Are you finding it hard to concentrate in certain situations? Maybe you're in an argument and you're finding it's difficult to stay present. Today's video is about a grounding exercise. If you'd like to pop forward right to the exercise, you can hit the timestamp and move forward to it now. Oftentimes our thinking goes into a place where we get more elevated emotion, and it's very difficult then to do the task, to get to whatever it is we want to do. You'll see some other videos we have, deep breathing, guided imagery, etc. These are all used along with grounding. We do want to remember to keep ourselves oxygenated quite well. So if you're finding yourself feeling numb, zoned out, difficulty focusing, you're finding yourself kind of getting angry or ticked off or wanting to pull away from tasks and projects, even at the moment, when you're right in the moment, you're having a conversation with somebody and you're having a tough time staying in that conversation. Perhaps your body's starting to well up with excessive heart rate or blood pressure or tension or perspiration. Then use a grounding exercise to refocus your mind. Focusing right on an object can distract us away from very stressful thinking patterns, as well as bring our body down, heart rate, blood pressure. Used in combination with box breathing, grounding can save us and save relationships. A couple of rules when we're doing a grounding exercise. It's important to remember to stay clear of words like right, wrong, good, bad. So think about effective, more effective, less effective. For a grounding exercise, you're just going to choose one object to dwell on using all of your senses. You're going to be running a little narrative program in your mind. And that narrative program is going to be soothing. It's going to be talking with yourself in almost a monotone way and describing that object in as full a detail as you can. Just to model this for you, let's say I'm really angry or I'm upset, getting some difficult situation. I could look over anywhere in the room. I could look over at any object and I could just kind of dwell on it. I don't actually have to grab the object. I don't have to hold on to it. But I can dwell on it. So I could look at the mouse and I could say a lot of things. The purpose here is to distract our mind. So you want to focus heavily on that object. And you describe it to yourself in full sensory data, whether you're actually holding it or not. So you've seen the mouse. Now I could actually start to describe it. So I look at the mouse, just glance over at the mouse and I say, wow, it's an apple mouse. It looks very soft. It's white. It has some black strips underneath. I guess that's to grip itself, to have some kind of friction against the pattern. Maybe it'd be different if it's on plastic or it's on material or maybe it's on a book. The person that I'm talking with might not even know that I'm distracting my mind away. Usually we do this because our mind is going down the rabbit hole and that negative narrative, the negative story that builds up tension. So rather than do that, I think about the mouse. No ball anymore. They used to have a ball. Now they just have some kind of a tracking pad built right in. So if you think about a mouse, it's definitely not a running around kind of mouse. That could raise our anxiety. You're picking an object that's usually kind of mundane, usually doesn't really have a good or a bad quality, and you describe it in full detail. Make sure you're in a comfortable spot. Sitting down usually helps to relax our body. And you're watching this video. However, you're going to choose an object right in your presence, somewhere around the room, and we'll work through this exercise together. Breathing is very important throughout. Keep the body as oxygenated as you can. Don't over-oxygenate or we'll pass out. But breathing in through the nose, hold on to it, exhale, and then let it out. Choose an object somewhere in the room that you can focus on. We want to stay present focused. So we're not going to be thinking too much about what it does or what it did for you in the past or could do in the future. Just focus on the object. Look at that object. Does it have a shine to it? What color is it? If you had your hand on it, what would it feel like? Think about what it would feel like on the tips of your fingers. What might that object feel like on your cheek? What's on the bottom of the object? Is there something different than on the top? Are there different colors and different textures on that object? If you held that object in your two hands, what might that feel like? What shape would your hands take around that object? Think about parts of the object you really kind of like and you're glad they're there. Think about what materials that object is made from and how they contribute to the shape, the size, the color. Breathe again throughout. Hold on to that breath. Feel your butt on the chair. Feel your feet on the ground, staying grounded. Even touching our toes to the ground. Feeling the heat and the temperature of our feet. Possibly you have socks or you don't have socks. What's the ground feel like? Are you red on the ground or are you on a carpet? So the next time you're caught in a situation where you feel like you're going to lose it, you're not able to manage, look away. Pick an object just in your periphery and dwell on it 3 or 4 minutes with breathing and see the impact it has on you and the person you're interacting with. If you like these videos, hit subscribe. Thanks for joining. Thanks for looking for ways to build mental fitness. I'm Jeff Packer, and we'd love to assist people with strengthening their lives and their relationships. Remember, take care out there.